beer. Oh, chills the stomach, has no taste.
I have a complaint about the wardrobe.
Complaint? Our children love it.
I will not have another blasted conversation about Jack's blasted nursery.
No. Listen. In the book, you describe the house as belonging to an old professor who has no wife, and yet you say that when the little girl enters the magic wardrobe, she finds it full of fur coats.
Oh, very good, Eddie. It's simple. They belong to the professor's old mother. It's simple.
Aha! So to reach the magic world, the child must push through the mother's fur.
No, won't have that, John. That's none of your hand-me-down Freudianism.
But the imagery is Christian, John.
No, Harry, it's what it is. Just itself. It's just magic. Magic. Look. Let me show you. The child steps into the wardrobe. The coats are thick and heavy.
What about the fur?
Fur's not important, John. The child must push through. They're pressing close, almost suffocating, and suddenly there's white light, crisp, cold air, trees, snow. Total contrast, you see. It's the gateway to a magical world. What time is it? Good Lord, my train. Anyway, well, see you all tomorrow. Bye. Bye.
Cheerio, Jack.
Bye, Mr.
Anybody here called Lewis?
Mrs. Gresham, how do you do?
A pleasure.
This is my brother, Morning.
Major Lewis.
Please, sit down. So, you managed to find us?
Yes, I used the guide, and you see, it's just that you don't look at all like C.S. Lewis.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, not to mention the rest of Oxford.
Good evening, Major Lewis.
Good evening, Robert.
Mr. Lewis.
Evening, Roberts. Good evening. Come and meet the college president. Where on earth did he find her?
She wrote to him.
Ah, a pen pal. Indeed.
Is this your first trip to England, Mrs. Gresham?
Oh, yeah, it's my first. But I was wanting to come for a long time.
What brings you to England, Mrs. Gresham?
I'm working on a book, so I was hoping to find a publisher over here.
Ah, Christopher, there you are.
Yes, Jack, here I am.
Please let me introduce you to Mrs. Joy Gresham, Professor Christopher Riley.
Professor Riley.
How do you do?
Pleasure.
What success have you had with your book?
Oh, well, to be honest, it's not ready to be seen yet.
Oh, you mustn't let that stop you, Mrs. Gresham. It doesn't stop Jack.
I'm sorry?
I am right in assuming you're from the United States of America.
Yes, I am.
Then perhaps you can satisfy my curiosity on a related matter. I had always understood Americans to be hard-riding, tough-talking, no-nonsense sort of people. Yet Jack tells me his children's stories sell very well there. Who can be buying them?
Well, Professor Riley, we're not all cowboys, you know. Have you read any of Jack's children's books?
Jack has read extracts aloud to me. It is one of his tests of friendship.
Well, I think they're rather magical.
Congratulations, Jack. You seem to have found a soulmate.
I thought you believed we didn't have souls, Christopher.
Well, yes. Now, I regard the soul as an essentially feminine accessory. Anima, quite different from animus, the male variant. This is how I explain the otherwise puzzling difference between the sexes. Where men have intellect, women have soul.
As you say, Professor Riley, I'm from the United States, and different cultures have different modes of discourse. I need a little guidance here. Are you trying to be offensive or just merely stupid?
Let me introduce you to some friends of mine.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Hello? It stood in our nursery when we were children.
If you don't need it anymore, you should throw it away.
Well, I'm not very good at throwing things away, as you can see.
We don't have an attic at home.
No? You wish you were at home, don't you?
We always have a turkey for Christmas at home.
Well, we'll have turkey here, too.
With cranberry sauce?
Ah,
My dad loves cranberry sauce.
does he?
And snow.
Who do you look like most, Douglas? Your mother or your father?
This is my mom. And this is my dad. But my dad's kind of noisy. And I'm not.
Noisy in which way?
Like shouting. I hate shouting.
Yeah, me too.
I knew it was just an old wardrobe.
Oh.
Jack, I'm so sorry about all this.
Yes, yes, Christopher, thank you. It's all come too soon, you see. Their affairs aren't in order, and what's going to happen to Douglas, for example?
I suppose his father?
No. No, she wouldn't want that. She drinks, you know, and he's an alcoholic.
Must be other relatives. I mean, it's not as if...
It's not as if what, Harry?
Well, she's your friend, of course. But, well, she's not family.
She's not my wife.
No, of course not.
Of course not. It's impossible. It's unthinkable. How could Joy be my wife? I'd have to love her, wouldn't I? I'd have to care more for her than for anyone else in this world. I'd have to be suffering the torments of the damned. The prospect of losing her.
I'm sorry, Jack. I didn't know.
Nor did I, Harry.
Jack, what news?
Good news, I think, Harry. Yes, good news.
I'm very glad, Jack.
Thank you, Christopher. Thank you.
Christopher can scoff, but I know how hard you've been praying. And now God is answering your prayer.
That's not why I pray, Harry. I pray because I can't help myself. I pray because I'm helpless. I pray because the need flows out of me all the time, waking and sleeping. It doesn't change God, it changes me.
He's got very little on his plate.